And he loves inspiring them to dream big.
When you think about hope, overcoming the struggle, communities coming together to look beyond their circumstances, we believe this was a perfect place to really celebrate what happened years ago.
The kids obviously had the time of their lives at the free camp.
Yes, sir.
I was so excited that I did a backflip and I had one warning. That bag right there, I jumped on it, hit my celebration, hit a front flip, and I hit a Marshawn Lynch. We can show people how we're going to be good players, not bad to hurt people or nothing. We're just trying to play to have fun.
Irene Cruz, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Thanks for joining us for Eyewitness News at 6 o'clock. Tune in for Eyewitness News at 11 o'clock tonight here on ABC 7.
You can now stream ABC 7 Los Angeles 24 hours a day. Find us online on your phone and on your TV streaming device to search ABC 7 Los Angeles. Now let's go to World News Tonight with David Muir. Have a great night. Tonight, the urgent search and rescue mission underway for a tourist submarine exploring the Titanic. The sub with 5 people on board vanishing just an hour and 45 minutes into its dive. Missing more than 24 hours. They started with 96 hours of air. The U.S. Coast Guard combing the Atlantic. The wreckage of the Titanic rests 2.5 miles below the ocean surface. James Longman is standing by. Also tonight, severe storm threats from Louisiana to Florida. A confirmed tornado touching down in Mississippi. Reports of 8 people trapped inside a bank. Flooding in Alabama. Water rescues are underway. And just a short time ago, Tropical Storm Brett forming in the Atlantic. Ginger Z tracking it all. New reports of letters containing white powder targeting lawmakers and public officials in Kansas. Now more than 100 letters found. Federal law enforcement sources tell ABC News postal inspectors intercepted letters addressed to former President Trump and Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas. The high-stakes meeting in Beijing. U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken face-to-face with China's President Xi. The meeting was confirmed only 1 hour before it began. Matt Rivers in Beijing. The war in Ukraine. New images of grueling trench warfare between Ukrainian and Russian fighters. Ukraine now claims to have driven Russian forces out of 8 villages since the start of its latest counteroffensive. Ian Pannell in Ukraine. Here at home, new images of the daring rescue in dangerous waters. The houseboat going under with several people trapped inside. Other boaters jumping to the rescue. The popular musician Bebe Rexha injured on stage here in New York, hit in the face by a cell phone thrown by someone in the crowd. What the singer is saying tonight. And on this Juneteenth, a celebration of freedom across the U.S.
From ABC News World Headquarters in New York, this is World News Tonight with David Muir.
Good evening, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us on this Juneteenth holiday. Shared the most high-resolution images ever seen of the doomed ship. The U.S. Coast Guard has now joined in the search, probing a remote area some 900 miles off the coast of Massachusetts. The Coast Guard says the 5 on board had enough oxygen to survive for 96 hours. Tonight, the clock is ticking down. ABC's James Longman leads us off.
Tonight, a race against time in the desperate search for a missing submersible carrying 5 crew members touring the wreckage of the Titanic. The U.S. and Canadian Coast Guards scouring an area over 900 miles off the coast of Massachusetts, deploying radars and sonars capable of searching above and below the water.
We're working very closely at this point to make sure that we're doing everything that we can do to locate the submersible and rescue those on board.
The ship left Newfoundland, Canada on Friday, carrying a submersible operated by OceanGate Expeditions. That vessel started its voyage down to the Titanic Sunday morning. Officials say an hour and 45 minutes into that dive, the ship lost contact with the sub and alerted the Coast Guard. OceanGate says a crew of 5 has enough oxygen to survive for 96 hours.
There could have been an accident. It could have become entangled in the wreckage of Titanic. It could indeed have had a catastrophic failure. The answer is we don't know just yet.